Hi, I'm Philip, and today I'm going to be demoing a new feature we just released called Behavior on Zero Results. So this is a feature that allows you to control what happens when you query against an accelerated table and it returns zero results, either because you filtered it out using a refresh SQL or the refresh data window, which are both features that we have available that allow you to control which data you actually choose to accelerate if you don't need or want to accelerate the full data set locally. So with that, I'll flip over to the VS Code where I'll show this in action. So I'll start up the Spice runtime and just pulling in the standard benchmark data set from our Spice cloud called tpch.customer. And then I'll pull up the Spice SQL REPL and we'll do a show tables and we'll see that we've got that data there. And so now I'm going to go and do this aggregation query that counts all of the customers by nation. And we see I've got about 25 nations in this result set with about 5,000 to 6,000 rows per nation. And so what I want to do is accelerate this data set, but I only want to, let's say that I've got an application that only cares about customers from one particular nation. Maybe it's deployed in that region. And so I only expect in the common case for it to need to query against those that the customers in that nation. And so I want those queries to be super fast. And so you can see here without acceleration, it's about, a little over a second. So I'll go ahead and update my Spice pod to say that I only want to accelerate data where the customers are in this first nation key. Cool. So now if I go back and query against a different nation key, what I'll see is that I get no results because we filtered that out. And so if I go back to my aggregation here, I can see that now I only have data for that one nation, which is what I expect. But now I want to change this behavior a little bit because now I want to be able to still query against other nations because I know that, occasionally my application will need to do this and I don't want to have to configure a separate data set just for that. And I just want it to work. And so we've got this new option here called on zero results use source. And so I'll go ahead and add this here and we'll see that the runtime is updating. And then if I redo my query against the nation 24, we can see that, yep, the accelerated table returns zero results, but we're going to fall back to querying against the federated table, and we can see, yep, we can get that data back as well. So it took more time, obviously, because it has to go back to the source directly, but at least it will still work, and the data that is in the acceleration is still much faster because that's still accelerated. So cool. Hope you enjoy this feature and give us feedback on how it works for you. Thanks.